The Palestinian refugees have become one of the main symbols of the Israel-Palestinian conflict. So who are they? This matters regardless of how the refugee problem started or how it should be solved. Many Arabs living in the region were displaced in the 1948 Israeli-Arab War. You'd think these are the refugees that everybody's talking about, right? Well, not quite. Amazingly, most Palestinian refugees aren't refugees at all. See, these refugees are unique. They have specially tailored definitions which separate them from ordinary refugees. Here are two key differences. First, and this is pretty basic, ordinary refugees have to be actual refugees. You know, people actually forced to leave their country. Whereas Palestinian refugees inherit their refugee status, kind of like a trust fund. Many Palestinian children become hereditary refugees the day they're born. The vast majority of Palestinian refugees today weren't in the 1948 war, were never forced to leave their homes, and wouldn't be considered refugees had they belonged to any other group. Second, any ordinary refugee that becomes a citizen of another country automatically loses their refugee status, which makes sense for obvious reasons. If you have a home, you're no longer homeless. Not so for the Palestinians. They get to retain their refugee status even when granted citizenship of another country. That's how you get over 2 million Jordanian citizens who are still registered as Palestinian refugees. Go figure. You might be wondering, how the heck did this happen? Well, here's the short answer. The Palestinian refugees have their very own dedicated UN body, the United Nations Relief and Works Agency, or UNRWA. All other refugees in the world are under the care of the UN High Commissioner for Refugees. UNRWA is the only exception to the main UN refugee body, and no other refugee group gets their own UN organization, not even the 5 million real Syrian refugees. This is where it gets good. UNRWA make their own rules, including their own definition for Palestinian refugees. This is how the original 700,000 Palestinian refugees in 1948 magically became the 5 million refugees today. For any normal refugee organization, that would be considered a massive failure. The real question is, what does UNRWA achieve by making these special rules for the Palestinians? The answer is simple. UNRWA doesn't help any refugees, but their special rules do succeed in perpetuating the Palestinian refugee problem. Making the refugee status both inheritable and permanent means the Palestinians are frozen in place and can never move on. This system, especially tailored for the Palestinians, ensures they remain a bargaining chip in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Next time you hear about the Palestinian refugee problem, keep this in mind. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, or even if you hate it, check out my other videos, subscribe to my channel, or join me on Facebook with the link below.